Hey guys, Adam here from Lawn Hub and welcome back. We're back on the front lawn today. The ryegrass has come up awesome. I love it when ryegrass begins to germinate and starts to grow. We do have a couple of bare areas, so if you stick around, I'm going to show you what we're going to do. So we did get a bit of wash here. We also got a bit of wash in front of the gum tree as well. I have adjusted the watering. So at the moment it's getting watered 5 times a day for 6 minutes as a zone. So originally I had it for 8 minutes. 8 minutes was too much. 4 minutes wasn't enough, but 6 minutes was just right. As, what was that nursery rhyme, Dylan?
Oh, like the 3 bears?
Yeah,
it's Goldilocks.
Goldilocks, what Goldilocks would say. And I'm explaining here what wash is. So wash is when too much water accumulates on top of the surface, it ends up shifting either the soil or the seed. And in this situation here, we do have a bit of a bare area in front of me, but in here, we have a lot of seeds that have germinated in one area. So this was a core hole. So what's happened is the wash has happened and this is where it's accumulated in this core hole. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do a very, very light mow. It has been 2 weeks since the seed has been put down. So we're just going to nick the top off of it with that Makita battery mower. And then we're just going to go over by hand and just sprinkle out some seeds, chook feeding, I suppose. And yeah, once we mow it, we'll get a much better idea on where the bare areas are. But yeah, we'll just get started. We'll set it on a high setting and we might even get some stripes. Let's have a look. So, as you can see, we're just nipping the tops off. And ryegrass is quite resilient, so we could go lower, but I'm just going to keep it on level 3. I just love the smell of that first cut ryegrass. Oh, it's just built different. That truck driver's probably thinking, what the fuck? What the hillbilly? All right, so that's a successful mow. So keeping it on the 3rd level on that mower is probably bang on. I think it was about 75 mil. I think they're 25 mil increments. I could be wrong. But yeah, very happy with that. So just nicked the tops off. We got some wheel ruts, which is expected. There's nothing wrong with that. But it did reveal where the bare areas were. So as I spoke about in the beginning of the video, right in front of me here and underneath the gum tree, there's a little bit more, a couple meters off from the driveway here as well. But couple of things to note, some weeds have started to pop up. So we have got some broadleaf weeds in here, which is to be expected. We also have sour sobs. Now sour sobs at this time of year and all throughout winter are mistaken for clover. So they are part of the Oxalis family, they're just different species. So an easy way to tell the difference between a normal clover, like a white clover, and a sour sob is on the sour sob, it'll have black dots on it. And it just so happens that I have a specimen for you, so come with me. Here's one I prepared earlier, as they would say on the cooking shows, Dylan. These are sour sobs. The scientific name Dylan will put in the screen here. It's Oxalis and it starts with a C. But you'll notice that they have black dots on them. So these are the infant state of the sour sob. Obviously, those of you that don't know what a sour sob is, it'll shoot up a green stem with a yellow flower. We know them here in South Australia as soursops. They may be known as other things throughout Australia, but here they're known as soursops, and they're coming up here because we've had so much dust and debris come over from the work site behind us that it's literally popping up everywhere. So it's everywhere in this lawn, it's starting to show up in the garden. If you've got a pre-emergent down, that's probably your best chance to stopping these from emerging. They do come from bulbs, so you'll see here on the bottom that I've actually not pulled the full plant out. There are studies to suggest that some soursop's bulbs have been found to be up to 2 meters in the soil, so that's very difficult to control, obviously. And there's no registered herbicide available on the turf side of things to control these. There are chemical options available, like painting it with glyphosate, and then, you know, there are some crop registered products as well, but they're not safe for lawns, so I can't recommend them. They're soursops, and that is a common misconception at this time of year, is that clover's starting to pop up when actually they're soursops. So I'll talk about the pros and the cons of that Solo 421 fertilizer spreader, granular spreader, seed spreader, whatever you want to call it. The pros: puts out a nice even application. I was very happy with the application range and how it went out evenly. The amount that goes out is easily controllable, and the speed in which it goes out is really good. The cons: you weren't able to control 100% where it went. So we do have ryegrass popping up in the garden bed to my right, and we also have ryegrass popping up underneath the tree, which is going to be a job for Riley. So what would I have used instead if I was better organised, you may ask? A drop spreader. So I've used a drop spreader in a few videos. The power of editing, Dylan will do a little thing. A drop spreader meaning that it drops the seed right close to the soil. It's a much more controlled application, but it does take longer to cover the same area. So all in all, very happy with the application. Like I did mention in the first video though, we will get bare areas. That's why you get some seed left over. So now I'm going to address those bare areas. I don't have any soil, so I'm just going to be seeding over the top of the existing lawn. With this sprinkler program that we have on, it's going to be fine. We'll keep it damp and those seeds will germinate. So I'm going to do a little bit here and underneath the gum tree and anywhere else that I see in between. So I'm just going to chook feed that out with my hand. Yeah, so this is the same seed blend that we used in the first video. So basically I will step on the lawn, but there's a little area here. So it's just basically and we've got a slight breeze today coming from my right to left. So you can use the wind to your advantage. So this seed now won't show up until we've had some really cold mornings here at Lawn Hub and out where I live. I actually had a frost, a very light frost yesterday, which I'm not excited by. So this seed will pop up probably this time next week. The got laid that we put out is still feeding, so there's nothing wrong with that. And then once this seed that I'm putting out now is ready for its first cut, that's when I will put out our fertilizer application of roots and shoots, which is just going to help the ryegrass just get a little bit thicker, relieve a little bit of stress. If I had 100% coverage, I would have put it out today after today's mow, but I didn't get the coverage I was after 100%. Now when it comes to seed, less is more. You don't need to go overly heavy. If I had a drop spreader, I could put it on a light setting and go over it. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just not very organised today, as I was last week or the week before. It's been 2 weeks, but I am confident that this seed will come up, and I am using the wind. So although it is leaving my hand in large chunks, it is actually floating in the wind quite controlled, which I'm happy with. If you did have some soil, you could actually go over and top dress it lightly to get that seed to soil contact, but I don't have soil or any sand left over. So on the existing grass is gonna have to do. It's quite therapeutic, this. Now, those of you that are big fans would know that in a few of the videos, I'd mentioned that we had a little bit of kikuyu in this lawn. Unfortunately, the chemical used to control that we'll also take out the ryegrass. So the day of the overseed video, I was out here for half an hour with a big screwdriver and I pulled it all out. Did notice that some has popped back up, but we will deal with that at a later date. For now, it's just about getting this seed up, ready for some big fat stripes. pH. Oh, wow, there's a lot of kite pop up just there. Pretty happy with that, Dylan, I think. The good thing about ryegrass is that you can see it. If I was over sowing with bent, good luck. You would not be able to see it at all. Just might go over here a little bit more because this is where it was really, really thin. We've got a fair bit of wash from the sprinklers. That's the other thing as well. At the back end of that video, the first video, we had some major sprinkler troubles. They're all fixed now, so it's a much better spray pattern. Those sprinklers that were in there were damaged, the filters were blocked, the nozzles were blocked. There was a bit going on, so we've replaced all however many are out here, and it's looking a whole lot better. All right, I'm happy with that. So now, nothing changes. We just stick to the watering schedule that we had going. So I'll flick that back on. So we're using the Hunter HydroWise app now. As we found in that first video, the controller that was here didn't allow us to have multiple, it allowed us to have multiple start times, but didn't allow us to do as many as we needed. So the current time is 9:19. What that means is that I turned the sprinkler program off and it was supposed to come on at 9, but now it hasn't because I turned it off. So I'm just going to turn it back on now. So we're going to start program growing. Start that, the sprinklers, and the fire will turn on. How good. So, like I mentioned at the beginning, this now will run for 6 minutes. Then this zone will come on for 6 minutes, which also includes the lawn. But I don't know where we were, but when this zone finishes, this next zone will come on, which will also include the zone behind us, the little lawn. And if we have a little quick look, we will notice that whilst there is lots of weeds, we are also noticing that with the increased water amount going out on this lawn, because it's part of that section, we have seen some really good recovery in this section. Granted, it has taken an extraordinary amount of time, and we've had a lot of suggestions to put plugs in here, which we will next season if it doesn't fill in. But I just wanted to see how much we would get just by watering and cutting, and I mean, I'm pretty happy with that. So that's pretty much it for this little lawn. A lot of weeds. We've got some burr-medic, we've got some paddock grass, we do have maybe a little bit of ryegrass that's flown over as well, but mainly soursops. They're going to be a pain, but that's okay. Someone else can deal with them because I'm more interested in that. And if you do look from here, the first mow that we get on here with the cylinder mower is going to be a midday mow because the sun is going to be up. There's going to be no shade on from the fence, and we're going to put some big stripes. Now, I've had 2 comments about what pattern we should put in it. One was Adelaide Oval from Gather Round, which I could do, and the other one was the Lawn Hub logo. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. So I think from memory, the Adelaide Oval was a triple single. Triple meaning 3 passes in one direction with 1 pass back in the other direction. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe. We are closing in ever so slightly on 10,000 subscribers, so thank you so much for those that have. If you want to see more videos like this, of course, make sure you subscribe. And if there's anything else you want to see, make sure you pop it in the comment section below. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.